No doubt. No doubt. Cheers to that, man.
All right, let's get this thing started.
This is Michelob Ultra right here.
Michelob Ultra.
Yeah.
If we get juicy enough, we might get into the Lalo.
Some good stuff, man. Grandfather did, baby. Grandfather love, baby.
And it's all from a referral. Got referred out from my brother. Never even heard of the alcohol. You never heard of the alcohol being in the industry. It's not even out here right now. It's not anywhere. You have zero exposure onto the internet right now. When you type in Malo, it's not like they pop up. You got to type in Lalo tequila.
Yeah.
And even with that, they don't have all the placements. So there's a good opportunity here. There's a lot of synergy, potential synergy, to where two growing companies can really take advantage and leverage each other's brand out as we go in and try to really hit it hard. It ain't gonna be cheap on both sides.
We're definitely in the alcohol business industry for sure. So it would be probably easier for us to partnership and hit up the industry really quick and sell your product. You know, we can definitely be sales reps as well. But we do like the product. This is probably our fourth, fifth bottle within the last month or so.
That's our fourth or fifth. This is my sixth. I had one with my brother.
Yeah. I'd recommend it. What is it, like $42, $44?
That's such a good price for the quality. And I don't even drink Blanco. You do. And I'm just like,
I'm a Blanco guy, and this is probably one of the best Blancos we had in a while, actually.
I would never buy Blanco.
You're a Repo type of guy? Or what?
At least Repo.
Yeah.
I love Añejo. You're the opposite. You love Blanco.
Yeah, I hate Añejo. I don't know why.
That's the biggest thing. All right, so we wanted to stick to a certain word to kind of encompass this whole conversation. Keep it nice, short, and sweet, while still giving off the information, sharing whatever information. Most of all, it's for us, for the future, so we can reflect and look back, share it with our partners and people that we're collaborating. But that word today, the theme is fun. And I believe fun is something that we need to infuse part of our core. When people talk about their business pillars, like, what are your pillars? Like, I think one of our major pillars, if not the strongest pillar, should be fun. Right?
I mean, that's what industry is about, you know, to go out there, have fun, drink, you know, celebrate. You're in Vegas, I mean, like, you go out to have fun. You know, be out there, be industry, go out there, tip, you know, don't drink and drive. I mean, people do it all the time, but, you know, just don't overdo the limits, you know, that, you know, it's a big deal out here, man, with DUIs, man. Like, in the long run, do Ubers. I love Ubers. I do Uber myself on the side, so I would recommend doing Ubers. Sometimes, you know, it's only $15 to $20 for a long ride. But that would definitely make a big differential when it comes to that DUI.
You spend $15, even with a $5 tip, that's $20 to save you $2,000 minimum, and the time.
And a lot of people just, you know, don't like doing the Uber just because they have to leave the car at the bar. Come back and get it the next day. Would not hurt. It's probably another. I don't think it'll be $20 again. Maybe it'll be cheaper probably in the morning. Maybe half of it, which is probably like $10.
So this is the angle to that I just experienced, right? Because I mentioned, like, I left my car, you know, from like having drinks. I left my car. I had to go back and grab my car, and it's kind of makes you credible. Like, the people around you, they see that you do certain things like that. It's like, all right, you're not reckless. You're taking advantage. I mean, for me, it's all about, you're right, the industry. And after I started thinking about the industry, got me thinking about more about the industry. It was a little bit different. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna take a ride. And it's for $15. It's like, why not?
Yeah.
Why not just like spend that money? Because knowing now that there are people who do drive on the side and they are in the industry. You know, I give you that example when I talked about that guy who was over at what's that place by over at Treasure Island? Senior Frogs.
Mm-hmm.
He gets off work. He got cut early. So to make up for that money, because he got cut early, he got cut at 11:30. He's supposed to be cut at like 2 or 3. What did he go do? He went and drove. You know what I mean? And just like that made up for the industry, you know, cutting him, and his pay gets cut. So when you get cut, it's not just that hourly. It's if you're getting cut at 12, and that's when the party starts. You kind of feel fucked.
Yeah,
that's what he expressed to me. And so he was like, what did he do? He didn't cry about it. He went to go drive and took advantage, and he figured out when they were busy and he gets cut, there's some pretty decent money that he just drives for like a couple hours, kind of makes up for it, if not more, and then he goes home.
Yeah, you just got to find that hustle in you that, to go out there and work after, like, certain events, or if you get cut, or let's say if you're even your day off, you're just sitting at home, you got nothing to do, just go drive. You're making money. You're riding around. People ride around anyway, Go take people around. I mean, people don't like, Uber drivers sometimes don't like people behind their car, so they do DoorDash. Just find anything to make a little bit of money sometimes. But definitely keep your hustle intact. You gotta have that hustle. That's how you make the money.
And going back to fun, like, you can make any job fun. Like, I've taken Uber rides where, like, they didn't want to talk to you. They're just like, the situation, the environment's not the same. But I noticed that even when I tip, it's based off of my experience.
Yeah.
So if I get good content or good information, I'm sharing information, they're sharing information, and I'm learning, right? It's like, it's kind of nice, because I think of learning as like future earning, right? I like that one. Huh? Learning is like future earning, and it is all industry people, and that is a tipped employee, although they're treated like self-employed individuals, like with their own business. The more that they provide a better experience, the more that the other person tips. Mm-hmm. And so that tipped employee technically is a big part of like why Tip Advantage should be thinking about the driving industry. I know we've been talking about bartenders and servers, but I think you mentioned it, I think last month, and you're like, how about drivers? They get tipped. And then I didn't understand that until like I actually talked to somebody, and he was like, I'd rather take $2 cash tip than like you tip through like the system. And I'm like, that sounds like industry, right? Like, and with the tech company with like Uber and Lyft, I kind of see how that comes around, and it's more efficient for him and maybe more optimal. But now, what's even funner is like Uber is kind of trying to do the best to catch the wave. I don't know if they're going to be able to catch it. I know they said even before Trump comes into office, Trump did say that he is not going to tax tips, which is huge, right? But you saw a message from Uber saying they're no longer going to tax tips before even Trump came in. That's crazy.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. And
I think Vegas is going to adopt it fast. Let's say
Yeah.
Trump doesn't do it, come in, I think they're still going to do it.
Yeah, whoever's the next president, because we're already looking for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're waiting for
They
it.
see the value.
You're like, hey, he didn't do it. Can you make that happen for us? It's definitely going to happen in the future for sure. Definitely going to happen. And Uber drivers, make sure you do yourself a favor. You're definitely industry, so do yourself a favor and have a conversation with your Uber and Lyft customers. Usually what I do when I get in there, like, I'm always on Spotify, so I get to play any type of music I want. Ask them what type of music they like. If not, ask them if they like what you're playing. Because sometimes, people don't like the stuff that you're playing. I dealt with customers that, don't like certain music. So sometimes just talk to them. Sometimes it might be too loud, it might be too low. People want to hear it a little louder. They might not want to speak. So just, interact with your customers. And I actually got better tips by just, asking those little questions sometimes. So,
And this is real shit that you've experienced and you've done yourself.
yeah, so it's just, since I was a bartender before, still technically a bartender because I work for MGM Banquets. Just having a conversation with a customer, definitely goes a long ways. I said, to this one customer, I had a 2-minute conversation, and I gave him all the info that he wanted to know from Vegas, and threw me $200 just because I had a conversation with him.
Which is
You
crazy.
just never know how generous people can really get in the long run. So definitely communicate, and tips will get a little bit better for sure.
I do see the multiplier in that too, because the more people who do it, that money is going to flow one way or the other. The only way that it will stop flowing from like these generous tippers is because they don't have an opportunity to tip somebody.
Yeah.
Right? That's going to stop somebody. It's not like it'll never get oversaturated, because a good tipper if giving them the opportunity to tip, they will. But here's the negative: if you give them the opportunity not to tip, or give them a reason why they should be not tipping because their experience sucked, that could affect their next time that they tip.
Yeah.
And so you could turn a big tipper, a good tipper, into a bad tipper or a no tipper just by offering that bad experience. So it's almost like paying it forward. So this word industry comes back to kind of just really what it is. You don't need a script. You don't need to figure out exactly what you need to say or do. Just go back to this fun factor. If they're having fun in your car, if they're having fun behind the bar, if they're having fun at the table with their friends and or family or people that they're with, I think that fun is actually what turns into dollars.
Yeah, keep the fun going, but don't let it, go out of hand, But just keep it going. Make sure you keep your customers, on the right side of your tips, So just do yourself a favor. Just have fun. That's it. That's the whole point of this whole little conversation today. Speaking of that, man, I think we should up it up and make it a little more funner right now and do some Lalo. I told you I wasn't going to drink today, but you put this tequila in front of me.
That's give you a little bit of information. We just came from the gym. We came from the gym, and he's putting out in the world trying to set him. I said he set himself up for failure. I'm not going to drink. We can't drink tonight. But at the same time, he says we got to go do some business, do a little pod, do this little recording. Again, this recording, if anything else, is for us for the future, so that we can come back and record and kind of timestamp everything that we've been doing. And we'll get into that, but I don't know what you're getting into, but I'm not going to say it.
The only thing is, we did go to EOS today. We love EOS, and at least we went to the gym. See, it's better to go to the gym and drink than drink and not go to the gym.
100%.
So
it's a balance.
We try to balance things out, but he is motivating me to drink at least 5 times a week, which I'm trying to cut that down to at least like twice a week. So every time we do a podcast, he always got to bring the beer and the liquor around. So it's almost like having a picnic. Like I gotta snack on something.
It's funny how the whole setup is, right? We talked about how I learned a lot about business is by watching like movies, which is crazy. It's like gangster movies and heist movies, and a lot of the rules that I learned from about business was from those movies.
Yeah.
I didn't go to business school, and I can't say that like I've learned everything from just failing business. A big part of it was that, but how did I know to take even chances and apply certain things? It started off with I did call centers and was watching Boiler Room. Literally would memorize the words and the mannerisms, and that's how I managed my team. I went from making a couple $100,000 a year to $22 million in sales, and I owe it to the movies, right? Glengarry Glen Ross, like coffee is for closers. Get the fuck out of here! You're not drinking no free coffee. Coffee is for closers. It's like that line. I swear it made me, millions of dollars. With that one line, because you had to you have to believe in what you experience, and you also have to believe that even though you didn't really experience it, you have to play that in business. And I think that's a big part. It's like you have to commit to what it is that you've painted a picture for, because everybody else needs to see that picture. And I think we fuck around a lot, but I don't see us not drinking, and I think industry will understand this, right? Think about Nosotros, another brand that we're thinking about coming on as a partner, or even the distributor or the representative for Lalo, right? Do you think he's gonna go, if he works 7 days a week and he's putting in 60, 70 hours a week, right? He's going to restaurants and he's telling owners, he's telling bartenders to go try my tequila, that he's not trying that tequila? He's trying that tequila, right? And so how are we going to be in the industry and not do the same exact thing? So if anything, this video, our business model should relate to the industry even more, because it's not about just cutting down, it's about balance. It is really about balance. And last year, was it last year or the year before, I was drinking every single day, but I was also going to the gym every single day, and it was motivating, because Vegas has really highlighted really the true style of business. There's highs and lows. You can only go so long with working your ass off. Work hard, play hard. That's a line for most people. It's a tagline, but really, that is the business model. If you want to get down to it, working hard and playing hard there's a balance that you need to figure out because you need to de-stress because it's so stressful running this business. This business should have been easy and it should have been low income, low revenue, almost to free, right? We weren't looking at making millions of dollars, making this company worth 100 million, 200 million, $1 billion. But now, because of the people around us, the feedback, and how we put a little bit of time into it, and effort, a lot of effort, it's not no longer what we say it is, it's what other people, the response that we're getting is how I feel about it. The confidence in building the brand comes every single day. We went to the gym and you passed out, 2-3 business cards?
Yeah.
Not saying much, but at least putting our name out there. We're wearing the shirts, tip events, trust fund, and people are looking. But it makes me work harder too. I'm doing my crunch. He skipped out on one set. I'm doing the crunches, but we had an audience. Everybody on cardio was looking right at us. We're wearing tip events shirt. I ain't skipping nothing. I'm going up a weight. I'm making sure I represent. You know what I'm saying? Of course, this guy, he was side view. He's no longer chest pumped up. You know.
Just put it this way. I was out there giving business cards away.
Yeah, he was
talking to people, making connections. So
he was. He gave it to a girl that I've been telling him about. Right. Let's talk about fun. Right. Here's what's fun.
But see, one thing about it is, okay, look, check this out though. One thing about it is, when I do go to the gym, I do go hard. I do force this guy to work out. Don't try to think that this guy is like, making me look bad. But we're actually forcing each other to work harder in the long run. But one thing we're doing correctly is we're consistent. We go at least every other day. That's our new routine of to build muscle, and it's actually working really well right now.
It's working well, yeah.
And
it's working better than when I went every day.
We used to do 5 days a week, 2 days off, but that was so hard. It was so it was sore. Those 2 days was kind of hard for the recovery. So we tried the every other day program, and it wasn't no program. It's something that we just made up. And it actually works much better. You get more body mass for some odd reason, and
we're getting stronger.
Getting much stronger, and definitely
way
a
more
big differential. We should have did it before and after. I keep saying that, but
I know we will start cutting videos into. We're gonna copy Alex Hormozi with Between Sets. That's the name of his series, where he's just talking to another business owner, entrepreneur, and they're just talking shit like while they're working out. It's called Between Sets. And so we're going to start doing something similar, not just to copy it, but just also to kind of record, because a lot of stuff that we think about.
I didn't even know about that.
I know, I told you about it, but now we have it on video, so you can come back and watch it.
Yeah.
Share it with some other people.
I think ours is going to be more different for us, like, talking shit, because we talk shit. Like, you guys might not like it. The guy's gonna like it because we talk about shit about everything, to women walking around, sexy women walking around. Oh, look at her. Oh man, we talk about guys too. No Diddy.
Yeah.
There's some guys out there, man, that's dedicated, man. They're bodybuilders, man. They hope they're not on roids and nothing like that.
Guys' asses.
Hey man,
Oh,
you? Oh yeah, we saw the guy in there today, man. It's almost like a see-through spandex, man.
Hey, he hurt his neck.
Man, shit. That motherfucker. They should ban that motherfucker, man. I should write a fucking note or something. Like, hey, this guy can't come in looking like that, man.
I know he's not doing it for girls.
I'll quit my membership if I got to see that motherfucker one more time, man.
Oh man, have you watched the last Joe Coy stand-up, the special? He talks about how he has no ass, and I feel like he was like, I've never seen my ass. He's like 50-something, right? He's like, I haven't seen my ass for a long ass time. The doctor told me I had no ass, and I wanted to go look at the mirror, and I was just like, he was like, I have no ass. He goes, my shoulders connect to my fucking legs.
Yeah. No, I haven't seen that one.
I haven't seen my ass for fucking 40 plus years.
Bro, we're Filipinos.
Yeah.
We're Filipinos, man. Like,
that's why we gotta work out our calves. No,
Yo, no,
okay.
Filipinos got some calves now.
That's what I mean, yeah.
I got some calves, man.
Oh yeah. But yeah, coming down back to that same word, fun. That is a big pillar of our business, and I think a big part of it, if people are going to relate to us and we're going to be able to grow our team, it's because they understand exactly what we're going through. Sometimes working hard and playing hard, it's a tough balance to. Well, it's a tough thing to balance. It really is. But there's ways of doing it. Today I introduced him back into cryotherapy. So his cryotherapy, we're doing something that's worth hundreds of thousands of dollars in the next 5 years, and honestly, the benefit is tremendous. And it's been years since I've been trying to get him back, but now, with the use of a free 30 days and a pretty girl and a nice facility, like he's in it again. Although he just did like 30 seconds or maybe a minute. I don't know.
It was a full minute. It was a full minute. It was my very first one, so I had to try it out. I could have went longer, actually. But
But here's why you're looking for people in partnerships. Like I was back and forth. Like I got to the point where I didn't want any more partners or anything else. Here's where partnerships work. We went into the cryo. He was able. He at the end of this, he ended up passing his business card, passed his number to her. But it's like seeing the extreme how we represent. He's going in there doing cryo at the lowest beginner. Like I think it's before beginner. I think it's kindergarten level, only for a minute, right? But at least I pulled through for you. So the identity of me doing 3.5 minutes to the extreme cold, that helps out. I think that's part of the brand, and a brand's not just based on one person. It's collectively who wears and who represents that brand. So yeah, I'm just saying, like, I hope you look good. You know what I mean?
What you mean?
I hope you look good. I mean, you help me look good too.
Hey, bro.
Right now it's a little bit one-sided, but going back to balance, let's have some fun. Going back to balance, I got more credits.
Come on, man. Not yet, man. But yeah, I did slip her my number. I didn't mac to her at all. It was more of
You're learning. Where'd you learn that from?
What you mean, bro? I've been learning this, bro. It's been a long time, man. Who's passing out the cards around
I'm just
here?
saying, sometimes
Who's passing out the cards around here?
I'm saying, like, the
Carla,
idea.
if you seen this video right here, because he did that, because he got that phone number.
Cut this shit. Cut time. Whatever.
He is all bullshit right now.
God,
does she know about Tiffany Banks?
Who knows who's gonna see this in the future?
Yeah, he's in love with you.
Wow.
Yeah, shut him up. Look at him. He sat back. This is the first time he sat back all night.
No, I mean it's just like anything. Life and business is kind of a combination, and most people try to separate. Most people try to do it. I've learned you just don't separate. You just have to balance it out correctly. If it blends, it blends. Go with it. Go hard. If you're gonna go work hard, play hard too. Otherwise, if you work hard, you're gonna get burnt out. You're gonna quit. You lose motivation, and business is tough. Business is getting tougher, right?
It is. If anybody's watching this video, write some comments down and see what you guys want us to talk about. Part of the website, you guys got some questions about. Hit us up on a couple of comments, or see what you guys wanna hear in the long run.
I think I just want to remind you a little callback of us, talking about you kind of stopped at what you were talking about.
Yeah, man.
Mr. Bartender, Mr. Industry, Mr.
18 years in a game.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got 18
Nice
years
catch.
in tech, so if you want me to stop tech, then if you want me to slow down tech, you gotta slow down drinking. That's the thing. If you want me to speed up tech, you gotta speed up drinking, because that's your industry.
how about this? Let's knock this business out the way so we don't have to worry about working anymore.
We'll never stop working. Never gonna stop.
I mean, I don't know, man. It just depends.
We can't stop. Every time we're going to go retire, go to Cabo San Lucas, Hawaii, and we're going to be sitting there. And here's what you're going to do. You're gonna pass out. You're gonna pass out a business card saying CEO of Just Great Ideas. Because we already sold the company. I'm the CEO of Just Great Ideas. What do you mean Just Great Ideas? Yeah, JustGreatIdeas.com. GreatIdeasBySteve.com.